Hello, this is Jose Batista of the Toronto Blue Jays, and you're listening to NBC Sports Radio.
I'm here with Blue Jays catcher JP Arencibia. JP, how difficult is it to watch your pitcher Josh Johnson struggle out there the way he has?
Oh, it's tough. Obviously, I think, especially taking the pride that I take and trying to do whatever we can do to get guys out and with a game plan, and it kills me. Maybe I'm not putting on the wrong signs. I think sometimes he's executing the pitches, and then a bloop single here, a jam job here, and then it's continuing to snowball.
How do you guys stay positive and stay loose? There's still lots of baseball left to be played this season.
Well, I mean, you gotta put it in perspective. We get to play this game every day, which is a huge blessing. So you gotta come every day with a good attitude and get ready to play. You represent a lot of people out there. There's a lot of things that we represent in our organization, ourselves, whatever faith system we have. So you just got to go out there and play hard.
JP, you're one of the great ambassadors of this team. You've traveled around the country. You were very active on Twitter. You decided to leave Twitter. What was behind that decision?
That's just done with. I'm talking baseball. That's all.
And that's your main focus now, is to just focus on baseball. What's a typical workout like for you in the gym when you're in there training to get out on the field and do your thing?
I mean, it depends. You obviously as a catcher, you condition your legs. I think the game of baseball is a huge core game, and obviously you got to really take care of your shoulders. So you do a lot of shoulder and back stuff, and that's pretty much it. There's a lot of people that do different regimens. I kind of keep it old school: squats, bench, pull-ups. A lot of those guys didn't really. Back in the days, you don't hear of hamstrings and obliques and all that stuff. So I try to keep it old school.
We all got to eat. What's your typical pregame meal?
Depends where I'm at. I'm not scared of having a peanut butter and Nutella sandwich. Tuna. Just depends. Protein shakes and maybe on the West Coast, maybe an In-N-Out burger one game when I feel like having to sit in my stomach for the first couple of innings.
JP, who are the pitchers that keep you up at night when you got to face them the next day? You're like, man, this is going to be a tough day on the field.
You try not to think about it. They still got to throw it over the plate, and you try to have confidence in your own abilities and know that, hey, I think I learned that from Jeter when I was training with him in the offseason one time. I talked to him about the arms in the bullpen, and that was his exact words to me, where, hey, they still got to throw the ball over the plate. So, you hear it from a guy like that. That's why he's so good.
You've faced Mariano Rivera before. This is his final season. He's the greatest closer of all time. What makes Mariano Rivera so difficult when you're in there?
Throws one pitch, so you'd think that you'd be able to hit it, but it just, he's deception. There's a lot of deception. The ball keeps on riding, and, whenever you think he's going to go away, he throws it at your front hip, and then it cuts back over the plate for a strike, and, he executes. He's down and away, down and away, down and away, and, if you make those pitches, you're not going to get hurt a lot down and away. And he's made a career of, throwing a one pitch and dominating.
JP, describe for us what it feels like when you connect with that baseball. It's just a perfect connection. You knock it 400 feet to center field. What's that feel like?
It's nice. Obviously, I think you don't really feel it when you make solid contact. It's one of those things where balls can go pretty far, and it's kind of tough to explain. It's just one of those, you hit it and you're like, well, I got that one good.
There's no sports statues in Toronto. Obviously, Ted Rogers, the former owner, just got a statue. I talked to Joe Carter a couple of weeks ago. He gave me the opportunity to make the campaign for a Joe Carter statue outside Rogers Center there. Would you endorse a Joe Carter statue?
It's not really my decision to make, but obviously he means a lot to the city. So, be able to do what he did in the World Series on that stage, it's a huge accomplishment. But I think, what Ted Rogers stands for and the kind of human being that you hear that he was, I think, they should have statues of him everywhere, and more people should be like that.
JP, you love the city of Toronto, don't you?
It's a good city.
Stay positive and keep fighting, man.
Every day.
Thank you, sir.